Hey all, welcome to Coding with Avinash. Today let's see about the part 4 of Spring Data JPA. So in the previous videos we have seen different aspects of Spring Data JPA, like how to insert into repository using Spring Data JPA, how to update, how to delete, and we have seen the count and we have seen the exist, and we also seen the introduction of generators, like what is a generator and what are the different types of generator. So today in our code, let's see how the generators works with a coding example. Let's go. So in our previous videos we have used employees example and we have used employees table. So let me select start from employees, and if you see we have 3 records inserted with names Avinash, John and Ram with IDs 100, 101 and 102. So here if you remember we have given the IDs manually. So today in this video let's use generators, and instead of giving the IDs manually, let's make it generated automatically. So let me comment out the IDs over here, E1 and E2. So let me do one thing, let me go ahead and truncate employees drop employees table. I want to delete this employees table completely and create a new one. So I dropped employees table, so we don't have any employees table. So now let me create an employee table again with ID with primary key as auto increment. So if you see here, I am giving int ID the primary key as auto increment. So this is the strategy which I am using while creating the tables. Let me create employee table. So let me select start from employees. So as of now, since it is a new table, we don't have any records. So now let's go ahead and insert it using our generators. So first let's go to our employee entity class, and at @ID let's also use our annotation of generator. I'll say generated value, I'll say, and inside we need to mention our strategy which we are going to use. I'll say strategy equal to generation type dot identity. So here, as we saw in our previous video, we need to use generated value annotation, and inside it we need to mention our strategy. Like as we seen before, we have 4 different types of strategy. Out of this, which we are trying to use identity and see how the records will get inserted. So let me go to my test class and let me run my test create, run as JUnit test. So now let's see what would be the output, or what would be the output of this test case, and let's see if the records are getting inserted or not. And we see it's a green, meaning the test case got executed successfully. Now let's go to our MySQL workbench and let's see how the records got inserted. Yeah, so if you see here, the records got inserted, all the 3 records got inserted, and it got inserted with IDs as 1, 2, 3, and if you observe here we haven't mentioned IDs explicitly. So using this strategy, it took the IDs and it inserted in the order like 1, 2 and 3. So we have seen about identity generator. Now let's see about table generator strategy. So firstly, to explain the table generator strategy, let me drop table employees. So let me create a new employee table. So this time I am creating the employee table only with primary key, and I am not giving any strategies there. So we see employee table got created. Now let me create one more table which is ID generators. As you remember, for ID strategy, we for table strategy we do need a different table. So I am naming the table as ID generators. Let me create this table. So this table is created. Now let's go to our entity class and let's annotate saying table generator, and let's give name as employee generator, and let's give pk column name equal to, so our primary key column name in our generator table is generator name. So let's give the same value column name equal to, so our value column name is generator value. So let's give the same in our value column name, and let's also mention the allocation size. So here I am giving with 200 as my allocation size. This allocation size is nothing but the ID from where it need to increment. So if suppose I have a record with 1 and the next record would be starting from 200, 201, 202, so it should be going on. So let's change this generation type strategy to table, and also let's give generator equal to the name of the generator which we have created, which is nothing but employee generator. So let's go ahead and execute our test create. Let me run as JUnit test. So we see a green, means the test case got passed. So let's go to our employee table and see how it was created. So let me select start from employees. So this time you see Avinash, John and Ram got inserted with IDs 1, 2 and 3. So now let me go and run this test create once again, and let me see what happens. Since I am running it with JUnit test. So in the first time when we ran, we see the records getting inserted with 1, 2 and 3, and now we have mentioned the allocation size as 200. So now let's see how the records will be getting inserted. So it got successfully executed. So let me select start from employees, and if you see here again the same record got inserted, but this time it is inserted with new IDs, which is 202, 203 and 204.